The horrifying story of Ed Gein. An old farmhouse in Plainfield, Wisconsin. From the outside, it looked ordinary, quiet, lonely, forgotten by time. But inside lurked one of the most disturbing secrets in American history. This is the story of Ed Gein, the man who inspired some of the most terrifying horror movies ever made. Welcome back to another episode of True Crime Stories. Ed Gein was born in 1906. He grew up in a strict, isolated home with his brother Henry and his mother Augusta. Augusta was deeply religious and taught Ed that women, except herself, were evil, corrupt, and sinful. She controlled nearly every aspect of his life. Ed never really had friends. Instead, he lived under his mother's shadow, and her twisted beliefs shaped him forever. First, in 1940, Ed's father died. Then, a few years later, Ed's brother Henry died in what was described as a suspicious fire. And finally, in 1945, Augusta passed away. Ed was now completely alone in the farmhouse. Her death devastated him, but it also set him free to descend deeper into madness. In November 1957, local hardware store owner Bernice Worden disappeared. Her son suspected Ed Gein. When police entered his farmhouse, what they found was beyond imagination. Inside were bowls made of human skulls, lampshades crafted from human skin, masks made from faces, and even a belt made of human nipples. It was like stepping into a real-life horror movie, except this was no movie. This was real. Ed confessed to killing at least 2 women, Bernice Worden and Mary Hogan. But he also admitted to digging up graves late at night, stealing corpses, and using their body parts to create grotesque souvenirs. He claimed he wanted to make a woman's suit so he could become his mother. Doctors declared him mentally insane, and he spent the rest of his life in psychiatric institutions until his death in 1984. Ed Gein's crimes shocked the world. His twisted story inspired some of the most infamous horror characters in history: Norman Bates in Psycho, Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and even Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs. While Gein was not a typical serial killer, his dark obsessions cemented his place in true crime history and in nightmares forever. Ed Gein lived in isolation, consumed by obsession, and left behind a legacy of horror that still chills us to this day. Sometimes, truth really is stranger and scarier than fiction. If you found this story chilling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more true crime stories.